Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is gonna be a good one today. So as you can see in front of you, I have my second Prime 1/3 scale statue, and this one is from the Justice League. This is obviously Henry Cavill as Superman. As you can see, this is the red and blue suit. There was also a version of the Snyder Cut which was black, just like in the movie. The regeneration suit, as they call it in the comics. So yeah, I decided to get the regular version because obviously this is a more iconic look of a Superman. And you know, when I saw the price of this, the seller was 2.5 hours away from me, so I decided to go and pick it up. Again, fantastic deal that he made me. So yeah, let's take a look at the box. It's different from the Deathstroke that I reviewed last week. It's a lot larger but thinner on the sides, as you can see. Let's look at the edition here. Mine is 259 of 700. Again, this is the regular edition. There was an exclusive edition that came with like an angry head with the laser eyes. So again, this for me works for now. I know on the black version the head sculpt is a lot more realistic. They've improved the paint application. I'm not saying that this one is bad, but that one, which was released closer to the Snyder Cut in 2021 or so, that one just had a better head sculpt. So yeah, again, very nice box, very deep, as you can see. You have the Justice League right there, different picture on the back. Justice League Museum Masterline Superman. The likeness might not be that great on the box, but on the statue itself is fantastic. So yeah, I mean, other than that, you have obviously the instructions right here, which are pretty much very basic. There's not a lot of pieces that come with the statue. I'm gonna talk about that later. Again, this is the regular, so you only have one head, but again, very straightforward. You have one of the mother boxes. Obviously in the movie there were three. Aquaman came with one, Wonder Woman came with the other, so. But I believe this one belongs to the humans, so technically this should come with Batman. I know the Hot Toys version of the Tactical Batman, if you get the exclusive back in the day, it comes with this similar mother box. So very easy, you know, you pop the body into the base, then the cape, and then the head. So yeah, very straightforward here. Instructions by Prime 1, nothing too crazy. So yeah, let's take a look at the box. Okay guys, so here's the base. Man, this thing is heavy. Okay, so let's see here. As you can see, it's massive. Let me just flip it around so you can see what's underneath. And make sure I'm not dropping this on my camera because that's gonna suck. As you can see, again, 259 of 700. Yeah, very heavy bases. I mean, Prime 1, they go all in when it comes to the bases. So putting this on the Lazy Susan here, which already, this thing is so heavy that my Lazy Susan has the trouble to rotate it. But again, in terms of design, I mean, you have this, I guess, Cybertronian, not Cybertronian, damn, that's Transformers. I mean, Kryptonian, I guess, you know, technology, architecture. Some people say it's from the end of the movie where they're fighting Steppenwolf. I mean, it depends if you're watching the Sweden cut or the Snyder cut. I obviously prefer the Snyder cut. There's a lot more you know, details in that movie. It's also a lot longer. It's like over 4 hours long. But yeah, that's a better movie, obviously. So yeah, great base. They all have similar bases when it comes to the Justice League. The only difference, obviously, they all have their logo in front. This one, as you can see, it has the Superman S there. On top, there's pretty much, I guess, almost like a gravel road, you know, with some rocks and whatnot. And you have these, I guess, alien technology pieces. You have the Justice League logo right there. It's a small star. Yeah, very big base. In fact, let me just measure it very quick for you guys, because this one is very huge. So it's about, I would say, 16 inches long, then by about 13 inches deep, and it's obviously some Lazy Susan, so just over 7 inches tall. I mean, with the spikes right there, 7.5. So yeah, very big base. And there's a foot right there, a position where you plug the body, and then the other foot's gonna rest on there. So yeah, pretty simple base. I prefer the one that came with Batman actually. That one had like a statue in front. Was also a lot bigger. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. The base looks fantastic. I like all the weathering. You see all the bolts in the corners. Very sharp base. Nothing came broken. So yeah, that's very good. So yeah, let's look at the body. Okay, so hopefully everything is in frame, because again, this thing is massive. The body itself is very heavy. So let's see here. Boom. That goes inside the bag. Come on. There you go. As you can see, it's a very snug fit. But this thing is too tall, man. I really have to change my display when I review statues, because this thing is not even funny. But as you can see, very muscular. It's pretty much made like a Hot Toys, where in a sense that he has like the chrome body underneath, and then you have like a cloth suit, which is fantastic. But don't worry, I'm gonna give you guys some close-ups. So yeah, then let's look at the head, which is fantastic, guys. Again, as you can see, very awesome likeness. As you can see, compared to my hand, it's very big. I'm gonna do some comparisons later on with his size. But yeah, fantastic. You can see like Henry Cavill's like crooked nose, his strong jawline, the eyes. I think the eyes are painted, or I'm not sure, because again, some people say Prime 1 uses stickers. Some say some of the eyes are painted, so it's hard to tell. Again, I'm not a Prime 1 expert as of yet. You know, this is my second statue of their company. So, but yeah, look at that. Strong jawline. All the neck details, has a very thick neck. And I don't know if the camera is gonna pick it up, but there's some fine veins on the neck. The hair is very nicely made. You have the curl in the right direction. The Hot Toys went on the right, which is supposed to be on the left. As you can see, very fine details on the hair. Yeah, even the head has a good amount of weight. But yeah, this is made with the translucent resin, so it's very convincing skin tones. Yeah, the ears, everything. I mean, I really am surprised about this head sculpt in person, because in videos, you know, it's not very clear if the head is that good. Obviously in person it's very different. But yeah, I pretty much watched all the videos on this guy, and that convinced me that I picked it up, that I should pick it up. And again, the seller lived 2.5 hours away from me, and he refused to send me more pictures. And I told him pretty much, you know, it's a 5-hour drive for me, basically $60 of gas. You know, if I'm gonna do the whole trip, I'm gonna need some pictures, because again, this is, like I said in my other video, my rant, when you're buying figures online, a lot of sellers pretty much don't want you to, they don't want to send more pictures, which is very lazy. They pretty much all have the same argument. All the figure or whatever, in this case the statue, was in the box, so I don't have the time, blah blah blah. So I said, look man, if you want the money, you have to send me some pictures. But yeah, in person, when I saw this head in his house, and again, by the way, very nice seller, shout out to him if he's watching the video. But yeah, when I saw this head in person, I was like blown away. So again, fantastic, very nice. Okay, and here's the child blanket or his cape, should I say, because this thing is big. I mean, you can cover a child with this, and again, it may be difficult to see on camera, but very nice material. I mean, this, you know, very thick, and I'm actually surprised, because as you can see where the stitching is, they could have put a very thick wire inside, so you could have more movement with the cape. So it's interesting that they didn't do that. They could have given us like a drape cape or a wire cape. I'm gonna talk more about that in this in his accessories part. But yeah, you have some 2 clips on top right there that pegs next to his neck. So yeah, very convincing cape, very easy to plug. So yeah, let me just reframe the camera and we'll be back. Boom, and here's our boy, Mr. Cavill, fully assembled. Again, it was pretty easy. What I would recommend, guys, put the head first and then put the cape. It's gonna be easier because the neck actually tucks away inside, so it's easier to put the cape over. But yeah, very easy to put. Obviously, then you put the body inside the base. There's a big peg on the foot, and that clips in the base. As you can see, a very massive piece. He's about 33 inches tall on the base, which brings me to this point. I don't think he's properly in scale. I think this is overscale. If you do the math, just measure the statue itself, which is like 27, 28. And then if you put that in centimeters, multiply that by 3, I think that comes about 204, 205 centimeters, which that's about 6'7", 6'8". I think that's way too tall for Henry Cavill, who is only like 6'1"-ish, on a good day maybe. So yeah, it's definitely overscale. I didn't see other YouTubers talk about this issue of him being overscaled. I think there's mainly one big one, big YouTuber that said that, but the whole, I guess, Justice League line is overscaled in comparison to other lines. So for instance, he's a lot taller than Deathstroke, which that shouldn't be the case because Deathstroke in the comics he's 6'5". Again, Joe Manganiello, who played him in the Snyderverse, he was 6'5" himself. Again, Henry Cavill is about 6'1", 6'1", so even in the comics, like Superman is supposed to be 6'3", although in some comics he's way taller than that, obviously, in comparison to other characters like Lois Lane, for instance. So yeah, that's just a nitpick. It's not a big deal. I don't really care about him being that tall. I mean, it's Superman. He's supposed to be very tall and muscular. So yeah, speaking of the musculature, the body here, as you can see, is fantastic. He has his big biceps, pecs, traps, everything is massive on him. He kind of looks like a bodybuilder. Again, I have this issue that most people have, where the cloth should go more into his pits, but it kind of sticks out. As you can see, he has this weird effect, but that's not that bad because he has massive lats, so I guess that compensates for that. You can also move the suit again. That's a very nice touch. This is not I guess a fully sculpted statue. It's mixed media, which I love. So you have, I guess, this flexible suit. Obviously the cape is cloth. Even the boots are in mixed media. It's similar to what the Hot Toys figure was. It's like this rubbery cloth material, which is very flexible. As you can see, you see the muscle definition throughout. It has, similar to the Hot Toys again, a chrome body underneath, so you see all the shine. It's a very thin material, but the body is all chromed out. And again, very heavy statue, guys. This guy is easily 40 to 45 pounds by itself. Again, the base is very cool. I like the underbase. You have the Superman logo, obviously, the Justice League star right there. Very nice design. Would have been cool to see something different on top, because all the Justice League have like different, you know, upper bases, I guess, when it comes to the top. The under bases are pretty similar, although they all have their own logo. Again, this, you have the Superman shield right there. Very nice. You have this like tentacles, alien stuff, Kryptonian technology, whatever, with the spikes. And again, it doesn't come with a whole lot. This is the regular edition again, so the exclusive had the extra laser eyes look, which is fantastic. But look at that likeness, I mean, wow. You see the stubble right there. Henry Cavill obviously has this massive jawline, so that's very well represented here. As you can see, very massive neck. And you see all the lines into his neck. That's very accurate. Again, fantastic. Very nice skin texture. Again, this is a translucent resin, so when you're shining light into his face, it's almost like human skin, which is nice. Very nice ears. The hair is very nicely made. Again, this is an older piece now. I think this thing is like 4 or 5 years old. But there's a new version, like I said. There's like a it's a flying pose. I'm gonna put some pics above. It's actually up for pre-order now for a couple of months. There's a new version of him. There's also a black suit version of him. It comes with different stuff, but it's even taller than this one, which is insane. This is, like I said, 33 inches tall. That one I think is gonna be closer to 40 because of the has a flying pose. Also, he's gonna use like similar materials. like this one, but the head sculpt is gonna be way better. And also the black version that came, it's pretty much the same version as this one, same pose. Obviously there's a different color for the suit. That's the regeneration suit, as in the Snyder cut. That head sculpt is again the same head sculpt as this one, but it has a better paint application, which is weird because again that came after this one, so they went ahead and updated, I guess, the head sculpt. And this in person looks very well, very good. I'm very happy how the head came. So I couldn't imagine how the black suit version looks, or the head sculpt. I'm gonna put some pictures above so you can see like the updated version. But yeah, very awesome. Very happy that I got this guy. Again, it was a 5-hour drive back and forth, but it was worth it. The seller was very nice. You know, he showed me his collection. He's a very big DC fan. And yeah, the 1/3 scale Batman, I said to him, if you're ever selling that, you know, let me know, because obviously I'm looking for a 1/3 scale Batman to kind of go with my 1/3 scale line. But again, fantastic. Very nice piece. Again, I think another component that's inaccurate is the size of the cape. As you can see, there's like way too much material in the movie. I believe the cape pretty much stopped just about there, but this one again, there's too much cape. Again, it's not a big deal, but I just wanted to point that out. It's a small inaccuracy. Also, it would have been cool to see maybe a second cape included with like some wires inside. Because as you can see, there are where the cape is, you know, you see you have the stitches, and they could have put it like a thick wire inside there on the two sides and on the bottom, so you can have like, you know, some iconic like poses like that, where, you know, he has the cape in the wind. But I like the pose. Again, some people complained, but I really like this like very masculine, I guess, pose. Very beefy. He's walking, you know. His shoulders are spread out. Very awesome pose. And again, this other accessory, I guess, I'm used to calling these accessories, is this, I guess, mother box. This was the one from the Humans. There are obviously 3 mother boxes in the Justice League movie. There's this one, there's the one from Aquaman, and then Wonder Woman also came with one. But again, very nicely detailed. It's pretty heavy. This thing alone is like 2 pounds or so. Yeah, very nice. Very nice details. The paint applications are great, very sharp. Corners right there. So that's nice. Usually what I like to do is just, you know, put it next to him. It looks good. Again, the cape, you know, I'm struggling with the cape because there's no like good way to pose it. I guess just, you know, put it on the side like this. It doesn't look bad. But yeah, fantastic piece, guys. Very, I would recommend this guy if you're into statues, or if you're getting into statues like me. Again, I'm pretty new to statues. I got my first statue 2 years ago, which was the premium format Superman, which is right there. That's like the classic suit with like mixed media. It has a custom cape, because usually the original cape is like resin material. It's very big. That's in the box. And then I got the second statue. It's the Arkham Asylum Superman. I got that last year for like a steal. I think this guy was like $200. So yeah, fantastic. And also there's the Deathstroke, which I just reviewed, so make sure to check that out. And also, guys, this is a preview what's to come on the channel. Finally got this guy after 55 years of waiting. But you know what they say, better late than never. And also got this one. This is Gizmo from obviously our good friends at Trick or Treat. Love their products, by the way. And this is like their new, I guess, deluxe gremlin. This is life size. It's pretty small in person, but yeah, fantastic. So this, I'll do some videos on these bad boys on the channel. Make sure to check that out very soon. Again, it's fantastic, very realistic. But yeah, so yeah, as you can see, very massive figure, guys. This is my whole setup here, where I do my reviews, and he's very tall, almost touching the top. But yeah, fantastic piece, guys. Cannot recommend this guy enough. Again, I got it for a steal. I'm not gonna say what I've paid for it, but if I, let's say, decide to sell this guy tomorrow, I could easily make a $200 or $300 profit on him. Because the seller himself, obviously he lives here in Canada. He told me that with tax and everything, he paid like $2,000 Canadian from Sideshow, because I think he got screwed by DHL with the import fees I think DHL are like the worst out there when it comes to like import fees. I remember a couple of years, was it last or 2 years ago, I got screwed by them because I ordered some movies online and like they charged me like 60% of tax, which was like insane. I called customer service and I told them, hey look, I'm not gonna pay for this, and I was able like to settle the case, and I paid like only 20 bucks because they were charging like 80 bucks, which was insane. But regardless, I think they are a bunch of cocksuckers and scammers. So yeah, fantastic piece. Let's do some size comparison, guys, and see how big it is next to other figures. So obviously I had to bring Michael Myers the guinea pig again. This is the Trick or Treat Studios one from 78, first Alien movie. And as you can see, he's tiny, guys, look at that. I mean, it's not even funny, he almost looks like a Marvel Legends versus this giant Prime 1 Studios Henry Cavill. Let's bring him closer so you can guys, you can have an idea of the size. As you can see, pretty much comes to about his hips. That's how big our boy here is, Henry Cavill. As you can see next to, look at that. That's not even funny, guys. I mean, Prime 1 is such a next level when it comes to their size, the details. Again, I'm not saying that statues are better than action figures, but stay tuned, I'm gonna make a video comparing Prime 1 to Hot Toys. Pretty much gonna discuss what I like about both, what I don't like about both. Again, one big thing that I don't like about Prime 1 is the you know, their boxes are massive. Again, sometimes their third scale figures come with like 3 boxes, in some cases 4 or 5, like the Godzilla vs Kong set that I think had like 5 or 6 boxes. Again, correct me down below. So because I got this and Deathstroke not long ago, I'm pretty much running out of box space, which is insane because again, he has a massive box, same as Deathstroke. Luckily, these guys only came with like 1 boxes per statue, but I couldn't imagine like having, you know, a statue with like multiple boxes. You know, it's insane. Some of these, like on the Batman figures, you have a box only for the base, and then the other box is like the, you know, the statue and the accessories, whatnot. So yeah, as you can see, very massive. That's a 12-inch tall figure, and as you can see, boom, 1/3 scale, about 33.5 inches tall to the top of his head. He's big, god damn! And here's another look with the Koro scale Boba Fett. Again, this is the deluxe version. Their bases are almost at the same height. Maybe Superman has a taller base, but as you can see, even with the Koro scale, I think this is like 23-24 inches tall. Even that, look at that, it's still bigger, guys. Wow, it's almost double the size, or close to it. It's insane. One of my favorite Koro scale figures from Hot Toys. Again, I'm gonna do some comparisons between both, even though people would say, well, this is apples and oranges. I'm still gonna compare between both because there are some good stuff about Hot Toys, especially, I mean, 1 scale or Koro scale figures versus a statue. Obviously, a statue is pretty much gonna remain the same pose. Although there are some other statues from Prime 1 that there's other switch outs, you know, for the arms, and you know, this one obviously would have been cool to have multiple hands. You know, he pretty much comes with these fists. They are not detachable. Would have been cool to see some relaxed hands, gestures. But other than that, there's I cannot complain too much. Again, got this for a very good deal. Look at that S shield right there, very bright. I like the suit. Again, the black version is also cool, but you know, when having Superman, I prefer to have him in actual colors from the comics, so the red and blue look. Yeah, fantastic. Okay guys, so in conclusions here, there's how he stands for now. Again, I'm gonna buy a garage shelf and pretty much create like a DC shelf, pretty much like this, but again, I'm gonna space it more because obviously these guys are massive, they take a lot of space. I'm gonna take those 3 figures from DC, obviously, the Hot Toys Koro scale, the 2 Sideshow PFs, and I'm gonna pretty much build like a DC section. Yeah, I also got these from McFarlane. These are 1/3 scale, so pretty much in scale. I guess Superman right here, as you can see, in terms of the heads. Very nice. This is again from Arkham Asylum. These are very, very cheap, they're like 20 bucks a pop. This one was pretty rare, the Batman Begins one, as you can see. That was difficult to get. I'm only missing two, like the blue cowl from Hush and maybe the one from Dark Knight Returns. But yeah, as you can see, our boy here is massive, next to Deathstroke right here, and this is a big piece. The top of the gun is like 31 inches tall, as you can see. If I back up here to get a good shot, Superman is just massive. Obviously he sits taller on the base because his foot right there is on he sits lower. As you can see, make sure to check his review out and let me know what you guys think. So yeah, as usual guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, give me a big like, let me know in the comments below what do you think about Prime One as a company, what do you think about these massive statues. Again, make sure to stick around. I'm gonna do like a Prime One versus Hot Toys, what I like about statues, what I don't like about statues, what I like about action figures, and some of the pros and cons of both. But yeah, thanks for watching guys again, take care and see you soon.